Welcome to TrackUltimate. Manage Query. Query is one of the most powerful features of TrackUltimate. Using easy-to-use Query Builder, you can create powerful queries and can save it for later use. New Query. One of the most powerful ways to extract information from project is by using New Query. Click on New Query under the Manage Query in the left menu. Choose any field from Field drop-down. Then select any operator from Operator drop-down. Based on field chosen, value field would be pre-populated. Otherwise, enter value in the value text box. To execute query, click on Execute button. You can perform various actions like Add to Watch List, Bulk Update, Column Chooser, Export, and delete issue operation by selecting any particular issue or issues. To add further clause, click Add Clause button, and then select any operator, and, or, and not, or not. Again choose field, then operator, and value. To execute query, click on Execute button. Clicking Remove Clause button would remove that particular clause. Simple query. For example, if you want to find issues whose priority is very high, select Priority in Field drop-down. Then, select Equals in Operator drop-down. Select Very High in Value drop-down. By clicking on Execute button, you will get issues with very high priority. Complex query. To create complex query, use Group Clause feature. Suppose you want issue whose status is either opened or resolved and assigned to James. To do that, first choose status equals to opened. Then add clause. And choose status equals to resolved. Now select both clause and click Group button. You would notice both clauses are now grouped. Now add new clause and choose Assign to equal to James. Now execute query, and you would see the results where status is either opened or resolved and assigned to James. You can group as many as clauses you want. To ungroup, just click Delete icon against clauses which you want to ungroup. Save query. To save query, click Save and enter query name. And if you want to save it as private query, then select Private Radio button, and to save as public, select Public Radio button. My Queries. My Queries contains your private queries. These queries can be edited, delete, and execute by you only. If you save new query while selecting Private Radio button, then it would be saved under My Queries. All your private queries will be listed in My Queries menu, under Manage Queries panel. Execute query. Click Execute button to execute any particular query. You can perform various actions like Add to Watch List, Bulk Update, Column Chooser, Export, and Delete issue operation by selecting any particular issue or issues. Edit query. Click Edit button to edit any particular query. On Edit page, you can edit name of the query, as well as conditions. You can also add or remove clauses as per your need. Click Save button to save changes you made. Clone query. You can create new query using the clone query. It would just copy the existing query. You can modify conditions and resave it by choosing different name. Delete query. Click Delete button to delete any particular query. If any of your private query has also been set as public query, then you would see public would have been mentioned against that query under Query Type column. You can sort by clicking Column heading. Public queries. Public queries are queries created by you or others. You can only able to execute or clone it. If you save new query while selecting public radio button, then it would save under public queries. All public queries would be listed under public queries menu, under the Manage Query panel. Execute query. Click Execute button to execute any particular query. Clone query. Using the clone query feature, this query will be saved as your private query. You can rename it. You can modify conditions. Thanks for watching.